Hey guys, so while we're working on the sugar shack, there's some stuff that we need to burn.
Yep.
I got a little rim over here that came off an 18-wheeler that we're gonna make our little fire pit in. You can see it right there. So at the end of our road, I had made a skid for all the leftover slabs that I create with my sawmill that usually just sits there. So what best opportunity to use my slabs, bundle them up and put at the end of the road for sale. I also have some boards down here for sale. They're all live edge boards right now, but I will have some dimensional stuff down here at some point. What do you think, Andrew? He's been my little helper today.
Your money?
Here.
I'm gonna check the money.
There's nothing in there, buddy. I've already checked it. Here we go. We got some wood. We're gonna start a little fire. Okay, you can hold it. Right now it's faced towards us.
Okay. So we're gonna go over back to the fireplace that we're gonna make, and we're gonna get all warmed up. Right, Dad?
While we're working, that's right. Traditionally, people start fires from the bottom up, but I start them from the top down. What if I pull it out a little bit there? Now you can see. I like to stick the big stuff on the bottom, obviously.
And that's my axe. It's tiny, but at the very end of it, it's sharp. Like, seriously, it's sharp. You can cut yourself with it if you're not being careful.
Now, what I like to do
Is to cut.
is to, watch out, buddy.
Okay.
Just so you guys can see, is do small pieces.
So I'll do a bunch of small pieces like this. Now I kind of stagger.
So if you rub two sticks together, it can make a fire.
You're gonna do a lot of rubbing, buddy. So speaking of that, I will show you guys at some point how to do a friction fire. It's not quite like rubbing two sticks together, but you use a bow and a drill.
A bow?
Yep, bow and a drill. Not the drill like what you use with a battery, but basically it's a spindle that you make out of a piece of wood, and you have a bow. And the bow goes around your spindle. And we just make smaller and smaller pieces. Birch is your best friend when it comes to fire.
Yep.
Even when it's wet, it'll still burn. When you can wad it up and throw it in the center if you wanted to. But this still has some moisture on it. And you'll see that, well, you can see it's still wet right there. It's still gonna take off. It's got a natural oil in it. It doesn't have to be pretty. A lot of people like to get fancy, but fancy does not make you a fire.
Just roll these in.
Oh, hold on, buddy. You just kind of knocked everything over.
Sorry.
It's all right.
You're getting your. That's good.
Instead of sitting there trying to get your kettle in to take fire, then add big stuff on top, you just take it like this and let it go, and it'll take and burn for you. You don't have to put any more extra effort into it.
Is not for kids to use.
Right, you got to be responsible.
Yep, and if you don't have this dome around the fire, it'll catch everything on fire in the summertime.
Yeah, you want to be extra careful in the summertime. So that's really all there is to it. It will take off. I have no doubt about that. You literally don't have to do anything. You don't have to stack anything on it. It'll burn down. It'll get to your big chunks down at the bottom, and then by that time you have a good coal bed.
I think the earphones.
It's getting smoky.
Yeah, but I think they can still see it.
So that's how I build fires. No more doing kindling on the bottom, letting it burn up. I let it burn from the top down. just want to show you guys real quick. We got some plowing done with the tractor. Thanks to my father who's letting us use the tractor. We got it all cleaned out front here. The big logs that were right there are now over here. Gonna be probably milled next weekend. I'm gonna mill the log that's on the sawmill right now, today. But the next step after, now that we got the fire going, is to clean out the sugar shack, which is a mess. It was just became a catch-all, and that needs to be dealt with. Just getting it cleaned out. How many of you guys know what this is for? Tell me in the comments. I don't know if any of you have used these before. They work awesome on top of buckets, especially when you're out fishing. All right, there we go. Whew. Got it all cleaned out now, except for my evaporator right there. So, yeah, here we go. Nothing special. Like I said, I got a few things to do. I built this back wall last weekend. I gotta sheathe in the top. I'm gonna fix the front. This big opening here is gonna be a window. There's gonna be another wall section there with another window and a door in the middle. Up top, I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try to get it in the view. Okay, there we go. You see that hole right there? Well, I'm gonna take and cut out this part of the board, if I can get my fingers right there, that part of the board, cut it over 6 inches like the other side, make like a semi-structure on top of the little pitch roof, so that way the water vapors, as you will, would go at the top. I'll probably have like a string attached to the side on a pulley with doors on the top, so I can pull the string and tie it off to hold the doors open. I might do some windows on the sides here, maybe in the back. I'm not sure yet. I'm doing this piece by piece, so it's nothing special. It's gonna get me out of the weather. It's gonna look semi good. Probably gonna do some shelving up here. Put a couple of my 5-gallon pails up here, let them warm up. I'm gonna probably have a drip system that has a copper tube that comes from one of the containers, goes around the chimney, comes out on like a ball valve, and that can regulate the flow coming out of it. So that way it like preheats the syrup before it goes into the pan, and that way I can keep a constant boil. That's the goal, at least. Whether or not it's gonna work, I don't know. But yeah, pretty sad that I let it get that far with all that crap in there, but it's out, and I got a dumpster outside, and pretty much everything is gonna go in it. Let's check out the fire. Well, it's still going, and I haven't touched it. You'll see the seat right here. I'm gonna do a video on this seat here. I got this from my neighbor. It's a fold-up bench. It looks pretty cool, and I'm gonna paint it, and I'm probably gonna put it in the sugar shack, just so if I get some company. I'll have another bench too, obviously, but I'll have that in there, so that way if I have any company, they can come in and sit. So yeah, got this done. Feel good. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.